as is his brother Rama. Down we're here with Adam, 12 years of age also, about the same size as Dad, about 190 kilograms, and a very unique coloration there, not a white tiger, not an orange tiger, somewhere in between with quite a cool looking sort of butterscotch or a caramel colour. So there we go folks, three of the stars of Tiger Island. When we start the show, a big round of applause, come on guys, make a bit of noise for the tiger, that's the way. Very warm one today, so we'll see how we go with the motivation of the Tigers. Now the guys will start to move them into position for our first set of behaviours that will all involve ordinary full cream milk for reward. And the first behaviour that we like to show you guys is a pretty simple one, and it's what we call a sit-up. Just moving the cats in position there. Here goes Brahma, here goes Solomon. Come on guys, give a round of applause there. The two guys are going straight into that one. Now apart from looking pretty cool, this is also a very natural behaviour. There is one that tigers would ordinarily be doing up the side of a tree. And that's because being solitary and territorial animals, they will scent mark their territories, especially using the trunks of trees. So in this position, other tigers that come across those scents can just sit there for extended periods and thoroughly investigate the scents. If you guys ever see them doing this behaviour out here on the island throughout the day, you might notice that they rub their cheeks up against the tree or the object, and that's because they have scent glands in their cheeks, and I guess they figure, well, I might as well leave my own scent there at the same time as checking out the others. Now you'll notice in their sit-up position also, it does give the tigers a pretty good height advantage. There are going to be times, however, that they do need to reach up a bit higher, and they can do that easily by stretching out in the back legs. And you can see that as the guys moving right up to their shoulders there. The Solomon Brahma standing about 9 to 9.5 feet tall. Once again though folks, it is something that the tigers would normally be doing up the side of a tree, not only to get those out of the way scent marks, but it does also give them the chance to rake their very sharp and powerful claws across the tree. Now this leaves not only a visual mark, but with scent glands in between their toes, it once again leaves a scent mark right up on the tree there. Now during this behaviour, sometimes you notice the guys give the cats a bit of a tap on their claws, just to remind the tigers that they don't appreciate the free acupuncture they're getting, and can the cats please retract their claws out of the guy's shoulders. Now the other thing about this behaviour, it does give you guys the impression that Adam and Pete are two very strong guys holding these big tigers up like this. Well, pretty tough, but not that tough. The tigers, they are the strong ones, they don't actually need their hammers, they can hold onto their body weight up on themselves. And you can see that as we try and move the cats into a bit of a free stance or a fight stance. A lot of strength and coordination involved in this behaviour, guys. How about a big round of applause for Solomon there? Who can straight into that fight stance, pretty impressive. Usually using the tail there for a little bit of balance. Now, two tigers do confront each other. If they go to have a fight, they will generally go into this fight stance. And as you can see from Rama there and Solomon before, it does free up those massive front paws. Basically, that enables them to strike out at their opponent, hopefully knocking them to the ground where they can then take advantage of them. If we ever see two tigers squared off in this fight stance out here on the island, we definitely will get over there straight away to break up the fight because they can cause a lot of injury to each other very, very quickly, not only with their claws, folks, but also with their huge canine teeth. And with me, I just happen to have a plastic replica of one of their very large and impressive canine teeth. This is just a replica though, it includes the root of the tooth, and it's about 12 centimetres from the root right up to the tip of the tooth. Now the guys will show the real thing now on the front knee just to show that the tigers have all of their teeth, as well as all of their claws. Now if you have a look at their teeth, what you might not be able to notice are the series of grooves that run down either side. The grooves are there to allow air to pass between the tooth and the flesh, which prevents the vacuum from being formed and means the tigers tend to readjust their grooves if they need to. What you might be able to notice behind each of the canine teeth is a small gap. The gap is there to allow the tigers to bite right enough with their gum to ensure they believe they have a hold of it. It's definitely not going to get away in a hurry. Now finally folks, at the back of their jaws they have carnassial teeth which are there and used by them because their jaws can only move in one motion, up and down. They can't chew their food from side to side like we can. So they use those carnassial teeth to basically slice off chunks of which are then just swallow off and sometimes regurgitate up a couple of times and swallow that softer meat down again. There we go folks, we're finishing up with milk behaviours there. How about a bit of a round of applause for the two tigers? Solomon Brahma pretty good work there. And Rama takes a bit of cruise around now. Now those were some simple behaviours. We're going to try and step things up a little bit now and increase the tiger's motivation. And usually we can do that by bringing out the meat, the chicken and the horse meat. Now the next behaviour that we'd like to show you guys is one that a few of my colleagues saw quite a few years ago now while they were walking motorhome through the park early one morning. And on this morning as they walked past the garden, out from the bush flew a very startled peacock. Well the peacock flew off, as you